YouTube official channel of the High Court of Tripura. Dear tag team, please check. We are live. tag team, CJM Dholai, not mute yet.
Good afternoon to all. Welcome to this inauguration ceremony of the video conferencing room of High Court of Tripura. Today we are also celebrating launching of eFiling version 3.0 and website of the High Court Legal Services Committee. The video conferencing room will be inaugurated at the ground floor of this building by Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura, Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty, in the august presence of other honorable judges. Thereafter, launching of eFiling version 3.0 and website of the High Court Legal Services Committee will be done here in this auditorium. The live streaming of this program is going on in the official YouTube channel of High Court of Tripura. Respected guests and invitees present in this auditorium may witness the inauguration going on in the ground floor of this building in these big screens, both the screens of this auditorium. However, anyone desirous may also join the program which is going on in the ground floor. Shortly, Honorable the Chief Justice will be going to inaugurate the video conferencing room in the ground floor of this building. The video conferencing room of this High Court of Tripura is a fully equipped room aimed to provide an uninterrupted video conferencing, which is the need of the hour, especially after this post-COVID-19 period. We can see Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura, Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty, along with other honorable judges proceeding through the corridor in the ground floor towards the video conferencing room for its inauguration. Honorable the Chief Justice will be unveiling the plaque, and thereafter the room will be inaugurated by cutting the ribbon. The plaque being unveiled by Honorable the Chief Justice. And this is the video conferencing room being inaugurated by the respected judges. The program which today we are attending is a step actually taken by the High Court of Tripura to accelerate the process of digitization for convenience and transparency of this justice delivery system. As we can see, the video conferencing room
Wonderful. Absolutely welcome to all of you throughout Tripura for today's function. We can all talk simultaneously while we are all at Agartala and all of you are at various locations in Tripura. It's a wonderful occasion to, address all of you together. In fact, I didn't know about all these arrangements but something that comes to my mind, which I think needs to be shared with every district and session judge as well as CJMs. Brother Justice Chotopadhyay,
Yes.
why don't you appraise them of what we saw in today's case? Today, me and my brother Justice Chotopadhyay, we were hearing a matter about custodial deaths happening in police custody. We are surprised and shocked. We are both surprised and shocked that Section 176, 1A of the CRPC has not been complied with even in a single case. We are pleased both, I request the district judges to hold conferences in your respective offices with your judicial officers and open up Section 176 and see subsection 1A and see the responsibilities cast on us whenever a case is brought to our notice where a custodial death has taken place. It casts immense responsibility on our judiciary and the chief judicial magistrates to appoint an officer, to immediately investigate, carry out inquiry into the matter. I will request my brother Justice Chotopadhyay to also share his comments on this particular issue.
Yes. Actually, we were hearing a case, a public investigation, which was registered pursuant to the direction of the Honorable Chief Justice on the basis of a newspaper report. And in the course of hearing of the case, we have come across this provision 176(1), which clearly provides that whenever someone dies in police custody, it is the investigating officer that approach the chief judicial magistrate to get it inquired by any judicial magistrate. To go through the provision, it is very clear. In none of those cases, we have found that it was inquired into by any judicial magistrate. In one case, we found that the chief judicial magistrate, on the basis of an application received from the investigating officer, asked one of his officers to inquire into to know the cause of death of the person who died in police custody. But surprisingly, there is no report. Even in the final report submitted by the IO, there is no reference to what happened to the judicial inquiry. So we are almost confirmed that even though the judicial magistrate was approached, no inquiry was done by the police. This provision was consciously made by our legislation so that an independent inquiry by a judicial magistrate is held in cases of custodial death. So, as desired by Lordship Chief Justice, you please go through the provision and we shall issue some direction while disposing them.
Thank you, Justice Chotopadhyay. I just wanted to say one more sentence to what I have addressed you already on this issue. You see, Section 176 underwent an amendment in 2006, and subsection 1A of the CRPC was introduced there too. I only want all of you to please go through the provisions and do what law expects each one of us to do. I thank everyone concerned who has made this opportunity available to us. Thank you all, and you all also have the privilege of being in contact with the High Court and the registry wherever issues come up. But today being an auspicious day, and it is Justice Chotopadhyay who has organized today's function as the judge in charge of the computerization of the state. And I was surprised by seeing all of you present, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So I just thought it important enough to let each one of you come in, join us in ensuring the rule of law is maintained wherever we may be. Thank you so much. Brother, would you like to say a few words? Brother Justice Gaur?
We can avail this for a better dispensing with a better justice system, and also for our administration. And I appreciate the efforts made by Justice Chotopadhyay and his team, and for the initiative made by our Honorable Chief Justice. I wish all the best for everyone.
Brother, a few words.
This is one of the historic moment in our institution. It will give us enough opportunity to interact with each other, and also we can, through video conferencing, we can dispose of many cases expeditiously, which is expected by the citizens of this country.
They will be with us.
Yes, come, let's go. Thank you. We'll continue with the function upstairs. We'll continue with this meeting. Thank you.
Shortly, our honorable judges will Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable the Chief Justice and other honorable judges have arrived in this auditorium. I would request our respected judges, Honorable the Chief Justice and other honorable judges, to kindly place the dais. Thank you, Lordships. To begin with, I would request respected Registrar General, High Court of Tripura, Mr. Data Mohan Jamadia, to deliver his welcome address.
Good afternoon. This is a strict occasion for the High Court of Tripura when the inauguration of the video conferencing room of the High Court of Tripura, the launching ceremony of eFiling version 3.0 and launching of website of High Court Legal Services Committee are made together in a day. On this memorable day, it is my privilege to extend a very cordial welcome to all of you on behalf of the High Court of Tripura. We feel extremely honored to have amongst us Honorable Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty, the Chief Justice of the High Court of Tripura, who has kindly consented to inaugurate these e-initiatives of the High Court of Tripura for his all the time keen to advance the administration of justice and related activities in the High Court of Tripura. We also extend a respectful welcome to Honorable Justice Mr. Justice T. Amarnath Gaud, Judge, High Court of Tripura, and Executive Chairman of the Tripura State Legal Services Authority, Honorable Mr. Justice A. Lod, Judge, High Court of Tripura, and Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee, Honorable Justice Mr. A.G. Chattopadhyay, Judge, High Court of Tripura, and Chairpersons of the High Court Computer Committee. I am also delighted to welcome the Advocate General, the Chairman Bar Council of Tripura, the President, High Court Bar Association, the designated senior advocates of the High Court of Tripura, the Deputy Solicitor General of India, the Government Advocate, High Court of Tripura, the President, High Court Bar Tripura Bar Association, the Public Prosecutor, High Court of Tripura, the Secretaries, High Court Bar Association and Tripura Bar Association, and the PP and GP of the District Court, Agartala, for their kind presence in this program. I also welcome to the Director, Tripura Judicial Academy, Law Secretary, Government of Tripura, Member Secretary, State Legal Services Authority, Secretary and members of the High Court Legal Services Committee, senior officials of NIC and DIT, and trainee judicial officers who are present amongst us today to witness this program. Today, the Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura has formally inaugurated the video conferencing room of the High Court. The video conferencing room has been equipped with a studio-based video conferencing system for holding high-profile, multi-point video conferencing session with any part of the country. The launching of eFiling version 3.0 portal for Tripura signifies the commencement of digital and paperless filing of cases by the advocates and litigants in the courts of the District Judiciary of Tripura. Today, Tripura has become the 5th state in the country to have started with the eFiling version 3.0 in its District Judiciary. The launching of the website of High Court Legal Services Committee is intended for dissemination of information related to legal services activities of the committee for the common litigants and legal aid seekers. The website shall function as a one-stop center for presentation of the functions and facilities of the High Court Legal Services Committees and the different benefits provided to the legal aid seekers under the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. Once again, on behalf of the High Court of Tripura, I welcome each and every one present in this auditorium for joining us in this inaugural program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, eFiling version 3.0 and website of High Court Legal Services Committee will be launched digitally by Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura, Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty. Thank you, Lordship. May I now take the honor to invite Honorable Mr. Justice S.D. Chatterjee, Judge, High Court of Tripura and Judging Judge, ICT and E-Courts Project, to deliver his address.
Good afternoon to all of you, and also to our judicial officers who have joined us virtually from their respective stations. Today we are very excited to have witnessed the inauguration of the dedicated video conferencing room, the launching of the 3.0 portal for e-filing of cases in the district judiciary, and the official website of the High Court Legal Services Committee by our Honorable Chief Justice. We are delighted to have with us our Honorable Chief Justice, Justice T. Amarnath Gaur, Justice Arindam Lod, the Chairman Bar Council, President High Court Bar Association, senior advocates, Registrar General, Director Judicial Academy, Law Secretary, our judicial officers of the registry. I thank you for joining us in this program. This 3.0 portal of e-filing for the district judiciary have multiple benefits, you know. By this time, we have introduced a 2.0 portal for e-filing of cases in the High Court, which has been made operational from March 2022. Now, with the launching of this 3.0 portal for e-filing of cases in the district judiciary, one can make an e-filing of a case from the comfort of his home. For example, if the lawyer, the litigant, and the court are geographically located in different stations, the case can be filed even without the lawyer meeting the client or the litigant. And the video recording of oath, signing of e-signing of evidence, the affidavit, e-filing of Bokalat, everything is integrated in this e-filing system. Maybe initially we may have to face some challenges. There may be some technical glitches. For that, we are issuing a standard operating procedure which will be uploaded today in our official website. You can all download a copy of the SOP that will enable you to e-file the cases in a very convenient manner. And for that, we have already conducted orientation training of the advocates by our system officers at the subdivisional level and district level. Now we are planning to organize similar training. Now we shall organize refresher training for all of them so that e-filing can be made more convenient. And about that launching of the High Court Legal Services Committee's official website, you know, today is the era of digitization, digital era. In this era, we cannot afford to not showcase what we have done, what we are doing, particularly in the area of legal services. So in the official website, if someone access to the official website of the High Court Legal Services Committee, by just typing on his mobile www.THC, means Tripura High Court, then High Court Legal Services Committee.tripura.gov.in, you can easily visit the High Court Legal Services Committee's official website, and the various benefits which are available to the litigants, I mean those who are entitled to legal services, and our programs which have been done, various schemes, the programs we are going to organize, everything, every information will be uploaded in the official website of the High Court Legal Services Committee. The dedicated video conferencing room will also have multiple benefits, many high-profile video conferencing. Say, for example, we are regularly holding video conferencing with the Ministry of Law and Justice, with the Honorable Supreme Court, and with even with other high courts. That is a soundproof video conferencing room, and for some time we were there. Our Honorable Chief Justice interacted with all judicial officers across the state. There was no glitch at all. Very comfortably we had done the video conferencing with our judicial officers. So these are the milestones we have achieved under the guidance of our Honorable Chief Justice and other honorable judges of this High Court. At the end, I should say that I shall be failing in my duty if today we do not remember the contribution of Justice S. Tolapatro, whose contribution we shall never forget, remarkable contribution in our journey towards this achievement of various programs of the e-courts, to achieve the targets set by the Supreme Court committee. And I must also congratulate and convey my heartfelt gratitude to Shubhadeep Shaha, who has put in her very hard effort along with his team, very efficient and brilliant team consisting of Vishnu Chakraborty, Narayan Shaha, Papiya Das, Anupam Prashanto, Piyush Dipankar, Gopal and Shambhu, and all other system officers and system analysts working at the district level. So I congratulate all of them, and once again I thank you.
Thank you, Lordship, for your encouraging words. May I now invite Honorable Mr. Justice Arindam Lodh, Judge, High Court of Tripura and Chairman, High Court Legal Services Committee to deliver his address.
Good afternoon. Honorable the Chief Justice, Sri Indrajit Mohanty, Honorable Sri T. Amarnath Go, Judge of this High Court, and Sri S. G. Chattopadhyay, Honorable Judge of this High Court. The President and Secretary of Tripura Bar Association and High Court Bar Association, learned senior advocates, Registrar General, learned PP, my Director and Law Secretary, Director Judicial Academy, and all other dignitaries present on this auspicious occasion. To me, it's a historic moment in the advancement of justice delivery system in our state. As Justice Chattopadhyay has already said, that it's an era of digitization. Today we have inaugurated video conferencing room through which we can interact. We can see the proceedings of all the courts throughout Tripura. We also have inaugurated today the official website of High Court Legal Services Committee. You know, there are so many litigants and the citizens of this nation, they are deprived of access of justice on many occasions. Now through this website, the litigants or the justice seekers, they can easily avail the opportunity of visiting this website. In this website, they will get the entire system, including the form under which they can apply for legal aid to any of the courts, including the High Court. So it will give them an opportunity to avail the scope of having justice, to be a part of this system. So everyone can now have the access of justice. The object which our legislatures wanted to achieve. Today is the day that we have achieved this target, and our state will be benefited of this system. Thank you to all of you. I conclude with this.
Thank you, Lordship. May I now take the honor and privilege to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice T. Amarnath Gaur, Judge, High Court of Tripura and Executive Chairman, Tripura State Legal Services Authority, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Justice Indrajit Mohanty, Brother Judges Arindam Lodh and Brother Chattopadhyay, and all dignitaries present here, my pranam. In the history of Tripura judiciary, we have now one more feather in the hat. We all know with regard to this e-courts, e-filing, and now the time has come that we should really make use of it for a better justice delivery system, and make use of this e-courts filing and video conferencing. And now it is our duty to spread this message to the nook and corner and create an awareness amongst the litigants and as well as with the advocates and the judicial officers, so that everyone can make a better usage of this. And I appreciate the efforts made and the initiative taken by the Honorable Chief Justice and the efforts by Justice Chattopadhyay and his team. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Lordship. May I now take the honor and privilege to invite Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura, Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty, to enlighten us with his thoughts.
Good afternoon, everybody. My learned brothers on the bench, President, Secretary, and other members of the High Court Bar Association, learned seniors, the senior counsels, learned members of the registry, the Registrar Law Secretary, Mr. Saha, the CPC, everyone concerned with today's function, and a special word of welcome to our trainee judicial magistrates. So wonderful thing that you are also present here. And before I proceed to say whatever I intended to say, let me tell you why it is wonderful to see all of you, especially trainees, present today. You will represent the continuation of all the efforts that have been taking place till today. You will have to represent and take over whatever is to be done in our future. So for the sake of continuity, that is why I welcome you, a special welcome to all of you being here. Now before we digress from the topic, I just wanted to say, Tripura High Court and the computer facilities available in Tripura are second to none in the country. Thanks to the effort led by my learned colleague Justice Balapatra and Mr. Saha as the CPC and his team. It is a great matter of pride that we are the 5th High Court in the country which has introduced the 3rd version for filing of e-filing of application before the High Court. Just the other day, a few days ago, me and my colleagues had an opportunity to interact with the trainee judicial magistrates at the Judicial Academy. I mentioned and I still repeat, it was a rehearsal for the inauguration of the Academy. I just want to say it's a continuation of something that is in my mind ever since I came to Tripura. Ever since I came to Tripura, and I had occasion to interact with the members of the bar, the members of the registry, lawyers, young and old, senior alike. I've always thought to myself, and this I truly, honestly believe even today, that there is no reason whatsoever why Tripura High Court and the Tripura Judiciary cannot be the best in the country. When I say so, it is not a theoretical aspiration that I am making. There are many larger states which have huge number of issues that are challenging them. We, being a relatively small state insofar as our size is concerned, our population is concerned, we also have various advantages. It's the only requirement that is required from us is to see what are those advantages and encash those advantages. I had challenged everyone present here on the first day that I had met all of you that we are going to be nothing less than the best. I am proud to report that with the support of the bar and my learned colleagues on the bench, Tripura High Court has virtually completed disposal of all matters up to the year 2020, except a handful which will be disposed of shortly. And I am telling you, brothers, sisters and everyone present here, there is no high court in this country where matters up to 2020 are already finished and or just on the verge of becoming over. Tripura High Court, thanks to the support of the learned members of the High Court Bar Association, has also set a target of completing all cases of 2021 by December or January of the coming year. We collectively have made a promise to each other and to the litigant public of the state of Tripura. You have faith in us, confidence in us. We will conclude any case that you file in the High Court of Tripura at the maximum within 6 months from the date of filing. Tripura is leading the country, Tripura will lead the country, and Tripura will be the first state in our country, if we keep up with the pace of work that we are doing, where we will be able to commit to the litigant public, no matter what your case is, under whatever category it is, we will conclude the case within 6 months. A mention was made by certain counsels in the court while we were hearing matters, and this is just by way of jest, that the way that the High Court is working, our cases might be over and we might be left with no cases to handle. And it is a genuine apprehension in the mind of many lawyers in the bar. I mean, it is not something which was told to us only in jest. But I responded to that doubt and that query made by the learned counsels of the High Court Bar. I said, I don't believe one bit of what you apprehend. I have full confidence that when litigants gain the confidence in the institution, and that is the approach the institution through counsels, through the members of the bar, filings will increase drastically. As and when confidence grows and the disposal rate grows, more and more cases will be filed. I assure you, no lawyer worth his salt is ever going to be left unemployed. And then I gave an example which my late grandfather had told me. We come from a small village in Orissa, and I was a very young boy studying in a boarding school in Darjeeling. So during the winter vacations, I was visiting my grandparents' house, and that was not the agricultural season. It was not the agricultural season. And then some people were going and drawing out water from the well and throwing it to some other place. So I inquired, I said, why is water being wasted like this? You know, why is water being wasted? You are drawing water and not using the water. Then my grandfather told me this story which I will never forget in my life. He said, water is not being used now from the well, and therefore the underground streams which provide water to the well, if we do not take out water, there is likelihood that the underground streams which provide water to the well will choke and it will stop supplying water to the well. Am I making sense? I think the message has gone to the person to whom I intended the message to go. Nothing is going to get less. You are only going to clean the passages for water to come to the well. So in order to maintain a well, you have to draw water. If you do not draw water from the well, there is likelihood of blockages and other things happening. So this is my address to the members of the bar who are present here. The well will never go dry as long as we keep on flushing the well and using the water for our requirements. And finally, and I want to say this will probably be one of the last occasions I am here to have a official discussion with you from a podium. In this 1 year that I have been here, whatever aspirations and hopes I had for the High Court and the judiciary at large, substantially many things have been achieved. I can't say all, many things. And many things which have not yet been achieved, with the assistance of my colleagues in the bench and the registry, most of the things are already on board, are on track. The fruits of all this you will get in months and years to come. We have made a 5-year projection of the needs of the judiciary for infrastructure development, etc. Only one message which I gave the trainees the other day, I will want to share with my senior colleagues and members of the bar. If we all have a common desire to make Tripura judiciary, not only the High Court, the best that it can be, we need the best lawyers that we can be, we need the best registry we can be, we need the support of everything best that we can be. Today we are celebrating introduction of the third version of the eCourt project. And before I end, I would request Mr. Shah to please stand up and request your members of your team to please stand up. Whoever are in your team, please request them to stand up. They are all here. And I would request everyone present, including my brothers, to kindly thank them by giving them a big thank you, and continue working with the spirit and interest that you have shown. And we can't do anything better than say a thank you. And finally, to the trainees, what did I tell you? Second best? Come on, let everyone know what I told you. Second best is not acceptable. Right? We are not going to be second best. In whatever we do, if we have our heart and if we have our mind to it, we will be the best. This is the only message I have, and thank you, Mr. Shah, and your wonderful team for all that you have done and will continue to do. And finally, my brother Justice Chattopadhyay took away that line from my mind. I wanted to end the speech by saying that I personally feel the presence of my brother Justice Talpatra amongst us. Because in everything that ICT development has happened in the state of Tripura, it is my brother Justice Subhashis Talpatra who has begun it. And now, Brother Justice Chattopadhyay is following on the footstep laid by Justice Talpatra. And this will continue. It will be a never-ending exercise. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Lordship, for your precious words. Now there will be a short presentation on eFiling version 3.0, and thereafter the CPC High Court of Tripura, Mr. Shubhadeep Shah, will present his vote of thanks.
Hello friends, in this video we will understand the procedure for filing a new case through e-filing system from Advocates Login. To file a new case, select New Case under Case Filing menu. As you can see, various tabs are provided to enter the case information. Enter the information in the Input tab. Select the district and establishment where the case needs to be filed. Once you specify whether case is civil or criminal, corresponding case types are displayed in the drop-down. In this example, let's take a civil case of summary suit. Enter the party details and submit. You get eFiling number for the case as an acknowledgement, and you are directed to litigant tab where you need to enter all the party details. If you are representing multiple cases for the client, you may add the client as favorite client. When a new case is filed for the same client, details including address, mobile number, email, age, etc. can be automatically fetched. Click on Update button to save the details. You may wish to add details of other parties involved in the case. Ensure to click on Save button after entering the details of each party. You may review the entered party details by clicking on View Party Details link. Once all party details are filled, click on Next button to add fact details. Note that filling this information is not compulsory. Provision is available to add more fact details. Click on Next to enter the case details. Enter the required data and click on Save button. In the last tab, you can review all the filled information. In case some information needs to be modified, you can do so by accessing the corresponding tab. If all the information is correct, click on eFile Case button to submit the case. Note that once you submit the case, you cannot modify the case information further. Thanks for watching the video.
A very good afternoon to everyone present here. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have made it convenient to attend this program today. The very presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Indrajit Mohanty, Chief Justice, High Court of Tripura, in this inauguration program, in spite of His Lordship's extremely busy schedule, is a reflection of the importance that is attached to His Lordship's commitment to deliver good and efficient governance to the people of Tripura. We all are inspired by your gracious presence, my Lord. On behalf of the High Court of Tripura, I express my heartfelt gratitude to His Lordship Honorable Mr. Justice T. Amarnath Gaur, Judge High Court of Tripura, for His Lordship's kind presence in this program. I wish to record our sincere appreciation and gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice A. Loth, Judge High Court of Tripura and Chairman of the High Court Legal Service Committee, for His Lordship's kind presence in this program. I would like to thank His Lordship for His Lordship's valuable guidance given to our technical team during the stage of development of the website of the High Court Legal Service Committee. I also express our sincere thanks and gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice S.G. Chattopadhyay, Judge High Court of Tripura, for His Lordship's kind presence and minute-to-minute guidance and support, and for providing encouragement to us at every point of time in organizing this program. His Lordship, being the chairperson of the High Court Computer Committee, has always shown great enthusiasm to launch any e-initiative which is citizen-centric in nature. I take this opportunity to express our most profound thanks to the Advocate General and other law officers of the state of Tripura, the Deputy Solicitor General of India, the Chairman Bar Council of Tripura, and the learned Presidents and Secretaries of the High Court Bar Association and Tripura Bar Association for their kind presence in this inauguration program. I must convey our profound thanks to the Director, Tripura Judicial Academy, the Law Secretary, Government of Tripura, the Member Secretary of State Legal Service Authority, Secretary and members of the High Court Legal Services Committee for their support in launching these e-initiatives. I wish to place on record our deep sense of appreciation for the officials of the National Informatics Center and the Directorate of IT, Government of Tripura, and their respective teams for their relentless cooperation provided to the High Court team during the testing of these web portals and prior to the launching of these projects. I must mention my deepest gratitude for Sri D.M. Jamatia, Registrar General, High Court of Tripura, who has been very supportive in organizing this program and kept track of its minute-to-minute preparedness by providing his valuable contribution to each and every stage. I also express my sincere thanks to the Registrar Vigilance, Registrar Administration and the Joint Registrar and all other officers of the High Court Registry for their immense support and proactive involvement in organizing this program. I also like to thank Srimati Mo Banerjee, Deputy Registrar Judicial, to have anchored this program so nicely. I am also very grateful to each and every staff and member of the registry, especially the computer section, court officer section, store section and protocol section for their untiring efforts, hard work and dedication in making this program a successful one. Thanks are also due to the other staffs, technicians and personnel involved in the program, without whom it could not have been organized so successfully. The launching of a project of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. It requires meticulous planning and execution and an eye for details. I have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues who know their job and are result oriented. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of this project beyond their comfort zones. To conclude, let me once again reiterate my gratitude to all. Thank you all very much. Jai Hind. May I now request everyone kindly to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I would now request all the respected dignitaries and guests kindly to proceed to the Judges' Lounge to enjoy the high tea.
He left yesterday. He was not to blame yesterday.